Good evening, everybody. It is April 7th, about 8:22 at night. So I wanted to make a video earlier. However, long day at work just had me passed out. So, anyways, just want to make a quick video real quick about the new quantum nuclear receptor, more specifically the UNC, as you can see. So I'm gonna put it at this angle over here because the light one. It's a beautiful looking thing. Again, this is Pyradyne with aquamarine on the bridges. And originally I wanted to get a zircon, but anyway, it's a whole different story. It tasted strong for the aquamarine, so I kept it. Wanted to talk about, I guess this may be a part 2 to the last introduction video of the UNC that I made. And just wanted to talk real quick about what my experience has been since Monday when I first started wearing it. So I believe my first video I made was on Monday, if memory serves. Might have been Tuesday. So, I do feel a big difference while wearing it between my regular Receptor, which I don't have at the moment. It's just a regular $300 Receptor with the Pyradyne in it, versus the UNC. And I've been trying. I want to do my best to scrap the experiences because they're really hard to explain. It's nothing crazy, nothing out of this world, and I stick within the realm of this is what I experience, okay? And just because I experience doesn't mean you will. Everybody's different. So, just real quick. Shout out to everybody at Pyradyne. They've been extremely helpful. I've been communicating back and forth with them. As I mentioned before, if you have any questions regarding this, just talk to them. Atif and Megan are pretty good communicators. So, anyways, as far as what I've been experiencing since I started wearing this, I don't know how to describe the feeling when you wear it and you have to take it off because it's just too overwhelming. It's like, the best way I can describe it, it's like when you're getting sick with a fever and your body's aching, right? And that just gets worse and worse, and you get a little dazed out, and hard to focus, and that's when you gotta take it off. At least I tried to withstand it the last couple of days, and I was just, no, I have to take it off. Take it off. And as soon as I take it off, I instantly start, feeling better, and so it's obviously a process, you don't, sometimes you gotta wear it for half an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, and then, you take it off, for a couple hours, and then you put it back on when you're ready, and your tolerance gets higher and higher. So today was my first day that I actually withstood that feeling. Actually kept it on all day. Actually took a nap earlier today, and what do you call it? I've had it on all day today. So the one thing I would say that's slightly different than the Receptor is the ringing of the ear. I know that's a number of indication that you are your, what do you call it, detoxing, and just be a bing or bing, just be fairly loud, and something lasts up to a minute, so a few seconds to a minute. So I thought that was interesting. But with this causes an entirely different kind of ringing. It sounds almost like a rough ringing, and with a slight pitch to it, and you don't just feel it in one ear. You feel like I don't know, it almost feels like it's coming from the back of the neck, right? And traveling, from one ear to the next, or sometimes, it seems like it's just constant, like a string of sound. And that's a little bit more violent because when I get those, they hurt a lot. And I can't emphasize enough. So it'll happen, I'll be like, oh, no way, and that one actually lingers for a few minutes, not just a few seconds. So that I thought was kind of interesting, Other than that, I really don't have anything new to report. I haven't had any, I haven't had any of the quantum serious effects that it's supposedly it has. And I say supposedly because I am looking at this from a skeptical look, you know, and I wanna look at this, you know, just, you know, let's be honest, you know, this somebody mentioned pyramids, and matter of fact, I got an experiment going on, and I'll probably make another video about that with pyramids. But you think pyramids, you think nuclear receptor, like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're like, I know, right? So, but then your experiences, and then the audio you've been through, you know, all of that tells you, hey, there's something more here, you know. And that's what I said in my first, you know, review of my first receptor: have an open mind. And you know, so far nothing. So I want to say when I it's interesting. I had my mom wear it, and she's zoned out. I don't know what happened. I like within 30 seconds after she wore this, I mean, she'd be like, she was staring at the wall for like, you know, I'd be like, hey, and then she'd just look at me really strange and say, what's up, you know. And so it's just really strange experience my mom had. So I had to take it off, and you know, she only had it on for about 4 minutes. I had to take it off. She could not wear it because it scrambled her, and it took her a couple hours to recover from that. So, and I didn't tell her anything what was going to happen. So that's just her experience with it. So when she zoned out, it's like she wasn't there. I feel like she was somewhere else, you know, and or recalling something deeply. And all of a sudden, you know, when I took it off, it took a couple hours, and I asked her, hey, where did you go? You know, and she kind of stayed quiet, and finally answered, you know, nowhere. You know, I don't remember. You know, I was like, okay. And then I had my little brother wear it. My little brother was wearing it, and I was like, well, I don't feel anything. You know, and my brother is one of those that I think the gold doesn't really do much for him. And anyway, as a matter of fact, I got tested for silver. Anyways, he wore it, and he did something very strange. He loves playing the piano. He'll be on the computer, and he's 23, 24. He loves playing the piano, and he'll go play the piano, take a break from the computer, and it plays beautifully. He almost never fails a note. And when he was playing it, and playing it for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then he stopped and just murmured the words, "I don't remember." And I'm like, "You don't remember?" I'm watching him from the kitchen. And then he walks over, this was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he walks over to the door outside. We have like a spring, right, metal spring, they can still see through the door. And he stood there for a whole minute looking outside, and he was like on his, like the tip of his feet, and just kind of jumping, you know, just picture, you know, just like a spring, just jumping, you know, just doing this with his feet though, right? And for a whole minute, and I you know, pretend I'm him, right? And I come over, and I'm looking at him like this, right? And he's just zoned out. I don't know where he was. Anyways, he was only like that for about a minute, and then he got out of there. Then he was like, "You okay?" And he was like, "Yeah." Really weird. I almost zoned out like my mother was. Went to the restroom, came outside, and then I asked him, "Hey, what was that all about?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Oh no! Before he went to the restroom, I asked him, "Hey, there's no writing." It was like, I thought it was raining. I was like, raining. It was cloudy, but it wasn't raining. And he goes to the restroom, comes back, and asks him, "Hey, why did you stand at the door for a whole minute?" And he looks at me and is like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Yeah, you stood at the door and you're like jumping up and down. That's completely out of character. He doesn't do anything like that. Of all the time I do when he's joking around and messing around, I've never known him do anything weird like that." And he doesn't recall. He doesn't remember. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But I thought from that, you know, what it really is. So I know there's not a whole lot of information on the quantum series. Me and my friend David, we're hoping to maybe put some, you know, interviews together where it might be easier for people to look up. They're not necessarily better than the regular receptor, the Sterlings. They just work differently. They work on a quantum level, you know. And when people are like, quantum level, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm still trying to get answers on that too. And the more information I have, the more I'll be able to tell you guys, you know. But from my understanding of it, it's supposed to help you bring stuff, bring your, I don't want to say bring your desires, but kind of like personal development, where you kind of put your mind, you set a goal, you put that goal in subconsciously, and then, you know, I guess this falls on them. You know, you make it happen. You know, and it's the same thing, but it amplifies that. So I'm doing an experiment on that. So let's see if it works. You know, a personal goal of mine. I want to get the $12,000 version of the Unk, 18 karat gold disc with platinum, pure platinum bridges. Right, it's supposed to be really intense. What do you call it? Yes, my goal. Right. I also have a personal goal too of wanting a Pacific car. Right. So I know it's silly, but I figured, hey, why not? Well, why not start there? So we'll see what happens. So I'm skeptical, believe me, but I don't know. I'm giving this a shot. So I'm doing exactly what this thing's supposed to do. Well, I'm gonna do my part to let this do what it's supposed to do anyway. So I did get some additional information. I know Megan wore this for about a year and a half, and she had some pretty gnarly experiences, which I'm hoping that when she releases her book, she'll share that experiences. So I'll be the first person to buy your book, Megan. So yeah, be more than happy to do a review here on YouTube for you too. So for people to look. So anyways, once again, this is my Unk. So it's quite beautiful, quite gorgeous. So, and it's actually pretty light to consider. It's a sterling silver. So yeah. Other than that, I'll make another video eventually. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. About pyramids. This is the silver pyramid, not the titanium one. So you guys can call it a low budget version of it. So, but I'll make that at a different time, and I'll share my experiments with the pyramids, which is kind of cool actually. So there's a tomato that I have, and one outside the pyramid, one inside the pyramid. The one inside the pyramid, they're maybe 10 days outside the fridge. They're right here next to me, as a matter of fact. And one of them is rotting, while the other one still looks fairly fresh. So again, with all you skeptics, like myself, you look at that, I'll see you start to wonder, wait a minute. I'm also doing another experiment with octane boosters, so but that's a whole different thing. So I just want to share that with you. So look forward to those videos. Again, I apologize for the lighting and the quality of everything. I'm not really doing this to start a YouTube channel or anything. I'm just sharing my experiences and my experiments. All right guys.